This is the Brandon Tatum Show. The Brandon Tatum Show on KTAR News 92.3 FM and the KTAR News app.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. You're listening to the Brandon Tatum Show every Saturday at 6 p.m. Hey, make sure you follow me on social media at The Officer Tatum. The Officer Tatum. Also go to my store, theofficertatumstore.com. Let me talk about something real quick. And if you were listening to the last segment, I kind of gave you a little introduction. So the president of the United States absolutely, unequivocally supports the black community. And people who think that he doesn't, I don't know what planet you're living on. I don't know if you've been living on a rock or, the crack rocks are kicking in too strong. I don't know what's wrong with you if you think not. There's too much evidence to suggest that the president supports African Americans. He have events at the White House all the time. I've been there 5 times. And my next guest is one of my friends, Derrick Gradenigo. He one of the most brilliant young brothers that I know. I had an event out here in Phoenix, impromptu. He got up there, MC for me. I mean, he's up and coming in the movement, in the conservative movement. He was at the White House this time. And I'm going to bring him in here in a second, but he was at the White House this time with the president in the Oval Office, and they prayed for the president, and I'm sure he was speaking knowledge. But the Democrats, the black liberals, they came out and called him Uncle Tom's and everything else under the book. But I'm going to bring in Derrick because I want Derrick to speak to the reality of what happened at the White House. And Derrick.
Hey, brother, I'm here.
What's up? You here? All right, man. Talk to the people about your experience at the White House just a few days ago.
Okay, first off, B, I love you, man. I love you. And I may sound giddy right now. The reason why I'm giddy is because I am still on a high right now, bro. I am on a high from what the president did for us, man. It is amazing. And everybody out here listening, I need you to understand the media is lying right now. It is truly sickening. I'm going to give you a quick glimpse as to what happened. Can I talk about it real quick? Tell
the people.
Okay, I'm about to tell y'all. So, B knows this event. This is a Black History Month event that they do yearly. And we got invited, and we get invited. We usually have a reception in the East Wing. Okay, so I get an email about 24 hours earlier that says, hey, we need to meet in the West Wing because we have something to do. So we're thinking it's going to be photo ops, this nature, this, that, or the other. We get invited into the cabinet room, B. We get invited to the cabinet room, and it's me, Angela Stanton, David Harris Jr., Terrence Williams, Candace Owens, Alveda King. We all sit around the table. President Trump comes in, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything behind closed doors. Like, I don't want to be seen with these people, this, that, the other. President Trump comes in, and he says, tell the press to come in here. B, you don't hear him. He says, tell the press to come in here right now. The entire press comes in. President Trump says, everybody around the table say a word to all of us. B, we all started speaking, right? This is unplanned. Off the top of our head, he gives us our moment. Each one of us spoke on something different, like God was in the room that day and leading it, bro. And then what you say is 100% true. The video's online right now. If you go look at it, I believe it's on YouTube. At a certain moment, NBC decides to walk out of the room. They get so fed up with all the greatness going on with the black community. We telling all kinds of wonderful facts about what the president is doing for the black community. Over $1 billion over the next 4 years for HBCUs. Over $1 billion. We telling all the facts. NBC gets up and walks out of the room.
I want you to tell people in your opinion, like, what is it about black men and women, but mostly men? What is it that bothers them so much about black men thinking for themselves and saying, look, I want to be involved in the administration that want to do something for us? Why do you think they so bothered by this stuff?
Well, I think a lot of it is black culture. You know what I'm saying? We a lot of us, like Kanye. Listen, man, listen. A lot of us say, well, Kanye's good at some stuff, but 20% of the stuff he was off on. The more I'm watching this, the more I'm realizing that Kanye was actually more profound than I even gave him credit for, because a lot of people in the black community they're used to that kind of plantation buck syndrome, where if you see another brother trying to do something, it's time to tear that brother down.
Right.
Rather than saying, maybe he's on to something, let's shine together. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like, let's tear him down. But furthermore, let me get on real quick, because you mentioned something about, we think after all that happened that night, look, so we get out the war room, we do great. We get out the war room, we go in the Oval Office, take pictures. We go to the major function. When we get in the major function, the president gives us shout outs one by one. This dude is amazing. So the next morning we wake up, and all of a sudden, Mark Lamont Hill,
oh man,
Aries Spears, the comedian.
Yeah.
These people have used their platforms to call us coons, to call us crazy people. We're in here praying for the president, and they're calling us crazy.
Bro,
it makes no sense. It baffles my mind. Now, let me take it one step further, because you said I get philosophical. Here's my problem, bro. Here's my big problem. Alveda King is Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece. We talked about this, right?
Preach.
It's Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece. Now, what people don't know is her father died about a year later. He was a pastor, too, and they found him in a swimming pool. And so it's people don't really know, but this is her father. This is how close she is to the struggle. Martin Luther King's brother, who was a pastor, is her father. He died a year later. She is in that room, and you have the nerve to call her a coon? You have the nerve? She has more clout to this, more connection to the civil rights movement than anybody, any of these stars, any of these people, Aries Spears, all these stars, the DL Hugleys that want to call us out. And you're calling this woman,
facts,
this anointed woman, a coon, bro? Like, come on, man.
Bro,
come on.
I'm it's crazy to me, dude. It's crazy the amount of disrespect, man. It's crazy what they're projecting. And the thing is that I feel like there's a fear factor here. There's a fear factor that they're going to lose control of the minds, because once people see, Alveda King and Angela Stanton King, President Trump just forgave. Go ahead.
Right.
We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes.
Okay. Just pardoned her. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Record gone. Her record is clean.
Just pardoned her. Record is clean. Look, man, we have to understand right now, to explain to people out there who don't get it. Black America has been trained by the liberal Democrats to be in love with social currency instead of actual currency.
Facts.
That means they care more about what Beyonce says rather than their own home bank account. They care more about LeBron and what he says. They care more about what Snoop and they say. But what Black America needs to wake up and understand right now is that when Snoop came out and he talked about Donald Trump, he didn't have to do anything. They were like, oh, that's cool. He has Donald Trump with a toe tag. But he went out and said something about Gayle. Then Susan Rice stepped up with the liberal elites. And they said, boy, you better apologize right now. And look what Snoop did. He's a hardcore gangster. He's a thug. He's a this. He went back and apologized to Gayle, but he can't apologize to Donald Trump. So everybody out there, you need to understand, these people are fronting like they kings and they this and they that. They are just answering to a higher power. You know what I mean? They control, bro. They control.
Super control. Hey, Derrick, I got to run, man. I got to get out the break. Okay. Stay on the phone, man. I'm gonna bring you back for another segment. Stay on the phone, man. Derrick is spitting facts, and I want y'all to call in and you tell me if he right or wrong. 602-277-KTAR. 602-277-KTAR. You're listening to The Brandon Tatum Show. Hold the phone.
The Brandon Tatum Show is on KTAR News 92.3 FM.